Yo, what's good everyone? Hope you're doing great. So today's video I'm gonna talk about my second time going to the mental hospital. Hope you're gonna like it, and if you don't, well, fuck you! So let's get right into it. So the story starts, I was living my life normally, taking my antipsychosis and antidepressants every day to keep my mental health stable. One day I decided to install Tinder because yes, I was desperate and I was feeling lonely, so I thought trying Tinder would be a great idea. I matched with a few girls and I started to talk with a girl I'm gonna name Ashley. So Ashley and I were talking on Tinder, then she asked me if she could get my Instagram. I said of course, and we added each other on Instagram. After a few days of talking with each other, we decided to go on a date. Ashley lived in a town that is about a 30 minutes drive, so I hopped in my car, drove to her place, picked her up, then we decided to go in another town that is more familiar to me. So I drove to that town and we went in the mall to goof around and we were having lots of fun. We went in a claw machine shop and I spent $50 to get some tokens and we played with the claw machines for a long time. I got her a few plushies and she was really happy about it. As we were about to leave, I got a text from a friend and he asked me if I was down to go to a chill with him and the boys. So I asked Ashley if she was down to go chill with them and she said yeah. So we got to the liquor store and bought some alcohol. Then I drove to my friend's house to chill with them. We stayed in the garage and man, the garage is like the paradise to get fucked up. There's a bed, couches, a projector, a PS5 and more. And the garage is really colorful, like there's LEDs on the ceiling and it's beautiful. Anyways, so Ashley and I got there and we immediately started to drink and we were goofing around with the boys. Then one of the boys suggested that we should smoke a little bit of grass. And I saw in Ashley's eyes that she wanted that shit. So we sparked up the blunt and all of us got nice and baked. Ashley and I kept drinking while watching one of the boys playing Minecraft. The gameplay was a banger to watch. Then we got an idea. I really wanted to go in the spa. So I asked if I can go in the spa and of course my friend said yeah. So we got out of the garage and my boy was preparing the spa. Then Ashley asked me if she could join me in the spa. I didn't see any problem with that, so I said sure. After about 5 minutes, the spa was ready, so I got in with Ashley and we were just relaxing. Then she started to get freaky a little bit. I checked around to see if we were alone, then I started to get freaky. At first we were just kissing, but then it was getting a little bit explicit. And I'm gonna let you guys guess what happened next. After about 20 minutes, we heard the boys getting out of the garage. And before Ashley and I could do anything, they saw what we were doing and they just started laughing. So Ashley and I put our clothes back on, then got out of the spa and asked the boys what's going on. They said that they were getting hungry, so they were going to the gas station getting some snacks. So Ashley and I dried ourselves with a towel, then we put the rest of our clothes back on, and we went to the gas station with the boys. The gas station is not even a 5-minute walk. So once we got there, the munchies hit all of us. We bought a shit ton of snacks, then we walked back to the garage. Once we arrived, Ashley and I went on the bed, eating chips and watching some random videos on YouTube. After a while, we just fell asleep. In the morning, the boys and I woke up, we talked for a little bit, then I drove Ashley back to her place. As the days went by, Ashley and I kept seeing each other, then after a while she became my girlfriend. Every day that she didn't work, I drove to her place and all we did was to smoke some good Zaza out of that Benjamin. One day Ashley's friend asked her if she wants to go to a car meet, and she asked me if I wanna come with her and her friend. Of course I wanna go to a car meet. Cars are one of my favorite things in the world. So I drove to Ashley's place, then we waited for her friends to pick us up. After a few minutes, Ashley's got a text and it's her friend saying that she's there. So we got outside and hopped in my girlfriend's friend's car. He put the destination on his Google map, then he drove to the car meet. It was about a 1-hour drive, but when we arrived, we got out of his car, then we walked around looking at all the cool builds. There was mostly BMWs, but we had fun. After a moment, Ashley wanted to smoke some zap, but we didn't want smoke in front of everyone. So we went in a gun store that is next to the car meet, we got in the bathroom, and we both fucking hotboxed the bathroom. Once we were nice and baked, we went back in the meet looking at the nice cars, and as we were walking around there was a McLaren spitting flames. It was such a blast looking at it while being high. After about 2 hours, we went back to Ashley's place. A couple of weeks later, everything was doing fine. I went to see my girlfriend almost every day and I thought that she was the one. She was perfect. All we did together was smoke and chill. But the fact that I was high almost every day made me forget about my antidepressants. But I was doing fine mentally. But one day, she said that she wanna talk to me. So I drove to her place and when I got there, I went in her room and she admitted to me that she cheated on me. Her excuse was that she got too drunk and high and her friend abused that so he can fuck with her. I was not mad. I didn't even know what feeling I had. I just drove back to my house. Then I sent her a text basically saying I'm breaking up with her. As the days went by, I stopped smoking Za and at first I was doing fine. But then I had a lot of anxiety, like I felt weird in my head. I felt confused, lost in my mind. I had these thoughts going around in circles and I felt disconnected to reality. But 2 weeks later, it stopped and I just assumed it was the sobriety. Then I was feeling really down, like the fact that I was so in love with Ashley and she just cheated on me made me sad. I didn't have fun anymore, like whatever I do was boring. I kept seeing my friend but I didn't have fun. Like I didn't know what was happening, I just didn't wanna live anymore. I didn't talk to anyone about my mental state because I wanted people to think I was doing fine but I really wasn't. After a few weeks, it was just getting worse and worse. I kept having dark thoughts and I really wanted to end it all. So I texted my brother and asked him if we could go shooting with his gun because my brother has a firearm license and he has lots of guns. But my brother knew something was off. So he talked about it to my mother and my mom asked me what was my real intention. She said that for the past few weeks, she noticed that I looked really depressed and she was scared for me. And that's where I admitted to her that I wanted to end it all and I really felt like shit. My mother got really worried so she took me to the hospital. I talked to someone at the hospital and she took me to the mental hospital. It was my second time at the mental hospital and I really didn't want to be there. I talked to the psychiatrist and told her that I stopped taking my antidepressant, so she immediately said that I should keep taking those and that's what I did. I started taking my antidepressant again. I really didn't want to be at the mental hospital. It's one of the worst places I've ever been. Being in this place made my mental health even worse. I mean, everyone around you are fucked up. Some are fine, but most of them are really weird. And we only have our phones 3 times a day at some specific hours. So every day we just sleep and eat. We literally become maggots. Also, I couldn't even go outside to smoke because I was there against my will. Like I told the psychiatrist that I don't wanna be there, and because of that, she won't let me go outside for obvious reason. My source of nicotine was some fucking nicotine gums. It kinda works, but we could only get 1 gum per hour, and the gum makes your nicotine craving go away for about 15 minutes. There was also nicotine patches, but you need a prescription to get these. So yeah, I was stuck in a mental hospital, surrounded by schizophrenic people, couldn't go outside to smoke, and I only get my phone at some specific time in the day. The only source of entertainment was the Nintendo Wii, and bro, the game were absolute ass. Just to let you know how the game sucks, the best game was Wii Sports, and not even kidding. Another good game was Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, but it was repetitive. Anyways, all the games sucked ass. There was this guy that kept playing Wii Sports bowling mode, and he was so terrible at the game. It was kinda funny though. Every time he missed his shot, the guy screamed at the top of his lungs, like his life was Wii Sports. But hey, when it was time to eat, get out of his way. Motherfucker was literally running through the hallway to get to the kitchen, and eat is food. This guy lived to play Wii Sport and eat. There was also this 75 years old granny that was kind of a predator. Like this grandma always asked me to play ping pong with her, and I was happy to play ping pong with her. But she kept saying dirty jokes like, I will touch your balls like the way you grab that ping pong ball. Like bro, what in the actual fuck is wrong with her? I'm 20 and she's 75 bruh. She also said that my brown eyes were horny looking. Like what the fuck do you mean by that bruh? The worst part is this old lady had a doll that she was convinced it was alive. There was a lot of other fucked up people with mental health issues, and I wasn't really comfortable to talk with them. After a few days, I was craving nicotine more than ever, so I went on my phone and called my friend to give him a side quest. I asked him if he could buy me some disposable vapes, and he accepted. So I sent him about $50 and now I just had to play the waiting game. At around 6 in the afternoon, my friend finally arrived. We sat next to each other talking, then he gave me the vapes discreetly without getting caught. He was a smooth criminal. After that we just kept talking. In about 20 minutes, I went to the bathroom to smoke some of that vape, and the head rush was so fucking good. So yeah, all I did during my stay was just sleep, eating, vaping, and watching a dude playing bowling on the Wii. After a while, I talked to the psychiatrist and said that I was feeling really good and my depression was gone. Of course I was bullshitting her, but I didn't want to stay in the mental hospital. But my psychiatrist wasn't buying that. She noticed that all I did was sleep all day long. I stayed isolated in my room and it's a symptom of depression. But my psychiatrist said that if I really wanna get out, I can go to court and the judge will tell if my mental health is good enough to finally get out of the hospital. Or he could add a month to my stay in the hospital. I was kinda mad that I couldn't get out, so I decided to go to court. I had to admit, I decided to go to court because I reacted impulsively. My psychiatrist gave me a list of lawyers and I just took the first one on the list. I called him and he asked me what's the problem. I said that I wanna get out of the hospital but he won't let me be. Also the lawyer was free since I didn't have a job. After about 3 to 4 weeks, it was my date in court. And hospital security had to check on me to make sure I don't run away, but I've been a good boy and didn't try anything. And now me and the security were waiting for the taxi. It took about 45 minutes for the taxi to get there. Then he drove us to the courthouse. We got out of the car, then we went inside of the courthouse. Then we had to wait even more. After a while, it was finally time to know if I was good enough to get out of the hospital or I was gonna get fucked. The judge said that I need to see 2 different psychiatrists and they have to decide if I'm good to go or not. During the next weeks, I talked to the doctors and they said that I should go for a weekend break and tell them how it went. During the weekend, I went to see my friend and chill with them, drank a lot of alcohol, got fucked up and went to the strip club. After the weekend, I talked to the psychiatrist and said that I had a lot of fun. Then she asked my mother to see if I'm good to go home and surprisingly, my mom said yeah. I was so fucking excited. I stayed in the mental hospital for about 2 months and every day felt like an eternity. After a few days, it was the big day. The day that I get out of the hospital. I packed my stuff and waited for my mom to pick me up. After a while, my mom finally arrived. I wasted no time and we immediately went in my mom's car. Then I got home and so yeah, that's it for the story. Like and subscribe if you want, and the moral of the story is, don't stop taking your antidepressant. So yeah, goodbye!